I love that last night the hashtag blockelon was trending for obvious reasons. People were blocking Elon Musk, and they kind of were forced to. For many, it was the only way to stop his tweets from flooding their feed, despite all of their other attempts to not see what he had to say. I decided to participate, retweeting the hashtag, and also finally upgrading him from mute to block. He is now on my block list. Here is how we got to this point. And this is an update of a story yesterday that is now way more embarrassing and cringy than it already was. Monday morning, Elon Musk sent a dire message to Twitter engineers via Slack. Oh no, it is actually James Musk. It's his cousin. Oh look, he's bringing in nepo babies. Anyway, we're debugging an issue with engagement across the platform. Okay, any people who can make dashboards and write software, please, can you help solve this problem? This is high urgency. If you're willing to help out, please thumbs up this post. Well, what was so urgent that this had to be an all hands message at 2:36 a.m.? Well, apparently there had been a bit of a tech tragedy, and that tragedy was that Elon Musk had sent out a tweet about the Super Bowl, and so had Biden, and Biden's had, hold on to your seat, gotten more engagement than Elon Musk's, and that cannot be abided. About 20 million more impressions than Musk's did in the end. Eventually, this was pointed out by Matt Binder, Elon Musk deleted his tweet because he couldn't bear to see his great failure before the nation. Biden is the president. You don't need to get more impressions than him. You know, if I mention a movie I went to and Beyonce does, I don't expect mine is gonna get more play. You know, that's just the way it works, but that was not acceptable. And so he apparently rushed in, he addressed his team. 80 people were rushed in to manipulate the algorithm. I'm not talking about look through the algorithm, find out what had caused his tweet to not get as much impressions. No, they changed the algorithm to artificially boost him. This is the culmination of everything we've always said about the right wing and social media, that all of their cries about shadow banning and all that was nonsense. They want to be benefited by the algorithm, and Elon Musk is doing that. So by Monday afternoon, the problem had been fixed. Twitter deployed code to automatically greenlight all of Musk's tweets, meaning that his tweets will bypass Twitter's filters designed to give people the best content possible. So the filters understand that these tweets are not the best content possible, but they're gonna ignore that. The algorithm now artificially boosted Musk's tweets by a factor of 1,000, a constant score that ensured his tweets rank higher than anyone else's on the entire platform. And I want to be very clear, and credit to Platformer for talking with people inside of Twitter and finding this out. He threatened to fire his remaining engineers unless they did this. He was gonna clean house unless they find some way for him to feel briefly clever or popular or liked or whatever. No one else has ever received this sort of algorithmic artificial boost. It is just for Elon Musk, just because he owns the company and is the most pathetic little man baby that we've ever seen. Darren, what do you think?
He never got past 6-year-old, 5-year-old little Elon not getting his way, which he did when he complained long enough and held his breath and his face turned blue and he kicked his feet and he got what he wanted. That same guy, however old this guy is the same little child bouncing around in his brain, complaining about little things like this. I already bought this platform. Don't you guys know when I said I'm freeing up Twitter, it's for me? That's the whole problem. There's no classic, I think it's Twilight Zone or one of those Alfred Hitchcocks or something, where a little 6-year-old boy has like powers to kill people. And he controls and destroys everyone's life. And any adult that says something outside of what he wants, because he's a petulant little child, he just does something to them, turns them into a puppet and things like that. He even turns someone into a jack in a box because he has those kinds of powers. Yeah. This is little Elon. I tried looking up the episode, but it's a little kid. And he goes, "You're a bad man. You're a very bad man."
That's familiar.
And he gets mad at people. This is what happens when no one ever challenges or shuts down a little child and says, "Listen, bro, that's not how things work." But he thinks that's how things work. And honestly, sure,
right now
he can do this on his platform. Sure, he paid the $44 billion in the middle of destroying his other company based off of that. Got board members mad at him about it and everything like that. Sure, it's his right. Do it. You own it. But this ain't a good look, bro. This don't look good. In case if you wanted people to engage with you, this is how people avoid you.
Children of the Damned, they say, is the episode. That's a great reference. And by the way, I agree with you. he totally can do this. He can pay $44 billion to pretend to be popular, okay? But as a corollary, you know what I can do? And you know what I can do for free? Is I can mock your sorry ass. That's what I can do, because you pathetic. And by the way, it necessitates a question. And I'm not saying you have to answer this question immediately, dear viewers. I put out a poll on Twitter, twitter.com/Iadarola. I want you to really think about this. Who has a thinner skin? Elon Musk or Donald Trump? Because they are both very, very thin skinned, very sensitive in their fifis. I don't know that Donald Trump has ever done anything as sad as what we just revealed to you. I think that's one of the saddest things I've ever seen in my life. And so I want you to think about it, and we'll return to this topic.